G'day everybody, Max right here. Has altcoin season started? If it has, great. If not, when will it? What to look for? How will we know when we get there? All those questions are going to be answered in this video, so stay tuned. Let's get to it. Let's jump into, we'll have a look at Bitcoin here to begin with. Tracking right along, as I said. The big question for Bitcoin, of course, is this crazy rally over? It's just been crushing it of late. And all right, so as you know, look, we're getting very, very close. Let's have a quick look at the crypto fear and greed index. 94, guys. We haven't seen this in a very, very long time. You can see we've shot up above. We did have this line of resistance at 90, 91, and now we have shot up to 94. Guys, the Bitcoin crazy period is about to end soon, is my prediction. The only question is, does it end here at about 18,000? Or do we get one more leg up to the all-time high, 20,000, and then it comes crashing down? All right, you guys know I showed you this channel way back here. And in fact, in my very last video, you'll see these trend lines here. I said, will we get another trend line like this somewhere up here that will go like that and give us another entry point to jump up? So listen, it's entirely possible that this is where this little Bitcoin mini bull run inside the major 18-month, 2-year bull run that we are a quarter, halfway through right now. It's very possible that this mini bull run ends here, but I suspect we've got one more leg up to the 20,000. Okay, so here's what I would be looking for if I were you guys. Looking for over the next, let's see how long. This one took 5 days. This one took 4 days. This one took about 10 days. I would be thinking somewhere along the 5 to 6 day mark, we might see a trend line like this occur. If it does, if that trend line is created and then we get a breakout, I would be open to taking a Bitcoin, a long position with a tight stop loss, and my target being something around 19,500. That would be how I would play this Bitcoin, because I think we've got one more leg up. I've explained why in other videos. We are watching, in previous cycles, right at this point, we get extended by about 60% over the 21-week moving average, which is this yellow line here I've got plotted. If you factor this forward, if we go sideways for a little bit, right now we're at 50 something. If we go sideways for a little bit and this 21-week moving average catches up to about here, then that 60% extension, and if it stays in the channel, puts us right at that 20K limit. Okay, I've explained that in more detail in previous videos. I'm not going to go over it again. This time I want to talk about Bitcoin. Is the altcoin season upon us? Well, let's click over to Bitcoin dominance to start with, and we've seen a really interesting development here. For those of you guys who are new to the channel, this is the Bitcoin dominance chart. It represents what Bitcoin's doing compared to all of the other all the other altcoins combined. What we have, I first I've been doing this chart for years, but I identified this channel way back here in about this period, and I said, here's what I think is going to happen. It's going to go down, bounce off this trend line, and come back up to this trend line. And at that point, I think I think the altcoin season will start and will turn around and come down. As we approach this, guys, we kind of got to the top. I made a video, I said, guys, hold on. I want to adjust my previous thing. This Bitcoin has so much strength right now. I believe it's going to go higher to the all-time high of around 20,000 before pulling back. So just hold on and let's get confirmation that Bitcoin dominance is going to bounce off this line. I'm glad I did that. Another prediction proved correct. For the last couple of days, Bitcoin dominance has broken beyond this trend line and is getting even stronger. So this is a break of this huge trend line that was put in place over many years. Okay, so this, my official, well, let's just hold on. This is evidence to suggest altcoin season definitely has not started yet. Let's go take a look at Ethereum Bitcoin. This is the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. Now, I've been showing you this one for weeks now, and way back here, I identified this trend line. And I said, wait for the intersection of this trend line and this channel and see what happens. What happened was this trend line, this one was respected, this trend line was smashed through. Once again, this trend line has been smashed through, this trend line is respected. Okay, before I will say that the altcoin season is beginning and it's time to jump into altcoins and ride that next wave, I want to see Ethereum break through this trend line. I also want to see the Bitcoin dominance at least start to turn around. But I suspect this Bitcoin dominance could keep going up and indeed break through. Where's the previous high? The previous high is 70. That will be my next target. Let's see if what happens when the Bitcoin dominance gets to 70. I believe it's going to keep rising to there. The question is, when it gets there, does it crash through or does it turn around and come back down? That will be the next line of resistance, I believe, in the Bitcoin dominance chart. So my official answer is the altcoin season has not started yet. I think the excitement is still going to be in Bitcoin. My prediction, I think we are more likely than not to get up to like 19,500, not between 19,500 and 20,000. And then I think we are going to see some serious reversals. We're going to see a big crash in Bitcoin, probably coming down. I would say below 17,000 almost certainly, and maybe as far down as 15, 14, 13. Okay? Keep your eyes on that. So these are big, bold predictions. You don't just make predictions like, I'm not supposed to be right with this. It would be shocking if I was right. I want to be clear about that. Like, don't come to me and say, "Oh, Max, you got it wrong." I know. I'm going way out on a ledge here and giving very clear price predictions. If it goes to here, hits this point, crashes down an ungodly amount, like, yes, it is. These are ludicrous predictions. The kind that I'm famous for, yes. The kind that I get often more right than not, yes. But don't, if it just blasts through the all-time high and you're at 25,000, I get it. You're going to be disappointed. So am I. If you followed my advice, that is. If you ignore my advice, you're going to be ecstatic. So just understand, guys, I'm making big, bold, ridiculous, ludicrous calls that you're not hearing on other channels. There is some wisdom to it. You do understand the reasons why I'm saying it, but it would be shocking if they came true. So just understand that going in. I'm not your financial advisor, and you do all the research yourself, come up with your own opinion. And remember what I teach you. This is standard trading advice, nothing special here. Wait for the good entry points. Doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong. Like when I make my predictions, generally it's not that important if I get my entry point right. And I made a lot of videos about that over the last 7 to 10 days. So if you want to know what good entry points are, go back and watch that. All right, guys. I did want to mention one other thing. There is a monster. Oh no, two other things. Next, 19,600 subscribers. About a month or two ago, I gave myself the challenge to hit 20,000 subscribers before Bitcoin hits 20,000. I'm within 400, guys. I'm doing me huge favors. Like this video, subscribe, share it with all your friends. Please start tweeting it out and sharing it on Facebook. I don't do any of that stuff because I kind of hate social media, but I know a lot of you guys love it. If you can tweet this stuff out and share it, it will be greatly, greatly appreciated. I would love to hit that goal of 20,000 subscribers. And if you do, I'm not incentivizing you. Rookie marketing mistake, Max. I don't know. I'll come up with some super cool thing to give away to you guys if I hit 20,000 subscribers before Bitcoin hits 20,000. So please help me do that. I'll brainstorm on that and come up with what I can do in the next video. And the next thing I wanted to share with you is, guys, completely away from the world of cryptocurrency, there is something really significant happening right now. There is a major press conference going on. It's happening right now as I record this video. I had to tear myself away from it. I just watched Rudy Giuliani, and he talked about one aspect of the voter fraud. Basically, there's a big update. The Trump team is moving forward with a lot of the legal actions to get the fraud corrected. And this is kind of a united front between Giuliani here, there's Sidney Powell over here, a couple of other lawyers here. They all take a turn speaking. I had to hit pause to make this video for you. What Giuliani said was absolutely explosive and powerful and a must watch. I'm almost willing to bet my arm that what these guys say is equally very, very powerful. And I'm going to leave a link in the description. I highly recommend. I think it's your duty as an American citizen to watch this. What I highly recommend: do not watch the mainstream media's report of what they said. Just go and watch the original source. Just go and watch the original source and see what they say. And if you're from overseas, if American politics doesn't interest you, that's fine, I understand that. I think it's still worth watching because I can guarantee this stuff is happening in other countries too. I can guarantee it. I've been like following / aware of a lot of these things for like nearly 20 years. And I'm telling you, the rest of the world is falling prey. America, for whatever reason, its national identity, its cultural identity, its heritage, it has the spirit of fighting authority. It has the spirit of fighting totalitarian systems. It has that spirit in it. And so they're always leading the charge, and it's always ugly and it's always messy. It's happening overseas too. It's just, you guys don't have the spirit. It's one of the reasons I left Australia. Australians don't have the spirit to fight the tyranny, to fight the corruption. They just don't have the spirit. The Americans do. And I would love it if the rest of the world woke up to what is surely happening in their country too. So, okay, love you guys. I hope this was interesting. I did promise a big election corruption update, and I just got whacked for time and I did not get to make it. I apologize to everyone for promising I did that, but it looks like the Trump campaign is bringing forward a lot of the details. There's still a lot of things they can't say. There's still some other things that I do know. If I do get time to make that video, I will do it. This is the specific Dominion stuff. I don't know what Sidney Powell's about to say during this press conference. I'm going to go back and watch it now as soon as I finish recording. But there is just so much evidence of Dominion voting fraud going on that it's just fascinating and out there, and that Dominion voting system is used all over the world. So very, very interesting stuff. This is like a huge piece of the puzzle. This is like, for the world, for the entire world, but especially for American citizens, this is seeing the wizard behind the curtain. Like, it's about to be in your face so hardcore, the amount of corruption you've been living under for decades is about to be just smooshed in your face. And it's unbelievably important. It's healthy, it's healing, might be ugly, there might be violence, there might be riots in the streets from the people who don't get it or the people who don't want you to get it. All those things can happen, but this is unbelievably important for a future world that we all want to live in. So please go and watch the original source, watch the video, first link in the description, highly recommend it. Okay guys, much appreciated, and I'll see you guys in another video soon.